welcome to Flory Models Kit Review Time. Today we've got the Trumpeter 1/48 scale A-37A Dragonfly. Okay, not to be, well, you could do the Tweet, as a lot of people know it as well, which was the actual US Air Force jet trainer. What we've got down here is Trumpeter's new tooled A-37A Dragonfly, which was basically the light ground attack, or the armed version of the Tweet. Okay, obviously saw service, as you can see, in the Vietnam era, hence it's in that fantastic Sea or Southeast Asia colour schemes right the way over it. Also known as a Super Tweet, but as you can see, it's the A-37 and the kit number is 02888. Okay, so as you can see, not too many options on this particular one, but in the box what you actually have is, if I can get in, I haven't even been in this box, is it even sealed? No, I'm just making sure it's not sealed, that's just a very tight fit. There we go. So what we've got down here, get that stand up, is the cockpit. A few screws, not too many, and we've got the actual box itself. So if we have a look in here in the instructions first, alright, we should have the obligatory what's coming out and when. Some nice stuff there. Okay, so instructions, there we go. We have our colour call out to look at in a moment. So as you can imagine, usual thing, we've got the parts call out. Then we're going in straight in with the cockpit, a little bit of photo etch for your harnesses, okay, instrument panel, the tub, seats going in, forward landing gear being put in, and then halves together. Nothing too exciting there. Okay, wing section goes on. There's a pattern forming here. It's going to come together very, very quick. Some quite shallow intakes. Would be nice to see a little bit more room in there. But then certainly the exhausts going in there and the top halves of the wings going down, as you can imagine. Then that entire wing section goes up underneath the model. That giant speed brake goes in underneath, or you can have it deployed. Okay, there's a couple of lumps and bumps underneath this one as well, making it the Super Tweet. Okay, and then down on here, as you can see, tailplanes going on, sensors and various things going on the outside, the intake areas going in, and then the nose system's got a couple of lights and the pitot tube on the front. Okay, canopy goes down, a little bit of canopy framing, which is quite a nice touch. I assume you can have it open or closed, which you can, so you've got the little pole to have it in the open and the closed position. All right. Gear going on, very straightforward. The protective flaps, those for the rear exhausts. And we have, as I say, the dive brakes going on the front here, okay, with the sort of photo etch on the front as well, which is quite nice. So you're actually making like a sandwich set, then putting them in, and again, some more lumps and bumps going in on the underside. Next up, you've got your gear doors going on. As you can imagine, pretty straightforward, this kit. And then you've got the fuel tank set. So obviously you've got the little bit, is that photo etch going on there? Yeah, a little bit of photo etch work as well on the fuel tanks, quite a nice touch. The LAU-3 rocket pods, and then you've got the actual the SU-14s as well, the big ones. Okay, a couple of Mark 117 bombs, Mark 81s, and the gun pod in there as well. It's quite a nice touch. And then obviously all those pylons going on, and then the actual weapons fit as you see fit. So as you can see, not too much going to challenge you on this particular build. I've got some little bits and pieces there which we'll look at. So starting off, let's have a look in the old bag, see what we've got. So down in here, straight off the bat, as you can see it, we've got a little bit of texture running all over this guy. Not too sure why. Normally you don't get it, but there we go. As you can see, not too bad on any of that at all. But if you can see it on the side here, as you can see, we've got some nice details running around on that one. We can just bring the cameras in just a little bit closer. But hopefully you can see, get these on close up, look, you can actually see we have got some very nice details showing through on these. We've got some nice texture onto the actual wings. The tub itself, pretty basic if we're honest. There's not a lot going down on here, which is a shame. We have got some nice internals though, so we've actually got some showing some padding on the inside of the actual thing. The wheel wells itself a little bit clunky with the actual ejector side pins, if you like, on there, but generally okay. The seats, again, nothing you'd ever shout home about. And it's quite a small little jet as well. You think this is 1/48 scale, so it's not going to take up too much room. Okay, you've actually got then the wings themselves. So you've got to open up the holes down in these wing section, but hopefully you can see we've got nice recessed and nicely riveted details on all of those. The wheelbase don't look too bad either, and then especially the top really looks nice. Got some nice details, you can see it there catching it in the light. Really nice, all of those. Okay, onto these smaller parts. Okay, so we got some nice work on these air intakes. They are actually quite a nice job on those, and what a close-up camera can get. Really nice detail. Obviously we've got the wells, some of these parts down in here, all of them actually quite nicely done. A little bit flashy here, there and everywhere, a little bit of cleanup required. It's quite a chunky kit actually. Not one of their better ones, shall we say, off the bat. Got some nice detail on these seats. It's going to be quite complex to put them together, but generally they're okay. Wheels are hubbed as well, so that's all in one piece. It's quite nice. You've just got quite a bit of a seam between the two. Quite nice that the actual the doors don't have any ejector pin marks in them that sometimes you'll get, but the gear itself, as you can see, it's tiny little gear on this. It really is small, delicate stuff, you know, for something on this aircraft. But generally, as you can see, not too bad, all of it. Just not as detailed and sharp as we've seen of previous kits. Okay, so last up, we've actually got the duplicate. So we've just got down here our standard weapons fit. So we've got the Mark 81s, as you say, these fuel tanks, 117s, the rocket pods and the gun pods. As you can see, sway braces again, pretty good, nothing wrong with any of those. Nicely molded. Again, it's just lacking a little bit of sharpness, shall we say. So we've got the nose, separate nose, obviously in the little bag just down here, as you can see, a little bit different. Okay, bit of photo etch. This is what we were talking about. So we've actually got, these are for those fuel tanks down there. Some straps for the harnesses. And again, this is that sandwich thing we were talking about for those air brakes underneath it. Again, Trumpeter's standard, quite thick photo etch parts. The clear parts, all important clear parts. Get this off? No. Every time I cut into these, it's like I'm going to cut through it completely one day. Now they're nice, that's quite nice. There we go, nice, clean, sharp, no real problem with any of these clear parts at all. Looking pretty good. They're very nice actually. I have to say it's one thing Trumpeter really got on with, and I don't know if they got criticism, but certainly their earlier stuff is very shabby. Their clear parts now, you can guarantee almost every kit, even though the kit's a bit lacking, certainly now the clear parts are very, very nice. Okay, so we've got a couple of little decal sheets down here which are taped, which is nice. So we've got there the actual striping for the weapons fit for the Dragonfly itself, and we've got on this guy, this one just taped both ends, no he's not, he's taped one end. We got some of their markings. Perhaps the blue is a little bit pale. I don't know, perhaps if you'd agree, different cameras, different angles, but perhaps the blue to me looks a little bit pale, and the yellow doesn't look properly yellow. But as you say, aftermarket would be easier to do for that one, certainly. Then we got this colour call out, as we were saying. So you've actually got the markings down here. So you've got your usual call outs that Trumpeter do. So we've got this particular one, and we've got the actual weapons fit as well, which is quite a nice touch with those because you can see exactly how they go. So there we go, the tweet. I have to say, or super tweet, a little bit disappointed. I thought it might be a little bit sharper than it actually is. It's quite a blunt kit, as in dull. There's not too much to it, but there again, it's not too expensive. It's quite a nice one. You can do your nice C camo on this one, obviously the 3 camo work, things like that. And as I say, it's better than the Revel one we had years ago. So, you know, we can't really complain there. But as I said, nice kit, just would like it to be a little bit sharper.